For others also, please let me know who all can view the chat window.
Even like you.
Yeah, even it's for me. I cannot able
No,
to.
no, who all can see
Okay.
chat
Yeah.
window. Yeah, I think Vinay Jain said hi.
I can
Yes, I
see
can
the
see
chat
that.
windows.
Yeah. See Vamshi also. Yes, chat is enabled. See, I think the same logic for everyone. I don't know how this is, but some for some members it's coming and some members it's not. I think you need to verify using your OTP. Then only you can send the chats or view the chats, etc. If you have done so, then it's okay. You can try once. So yeah, just let me recap what we have spoken yesterday. So yesterday, especially, we have spoken about the first lab, actually, the theoretical concept which we have gone through the day before yesterday. And yesterday, we have gone through the lab part. So we initiated with the first lab, that is creating a Windows EC2 instance. We followed, okay, before the members join. Yes, I'll complete my what we call is the recap of what we have spoken yesterday. So yes, we have gone through the EC2. One second. Yeah, the EC2 creation of Windows instance. So especially we created an EC2 instance that is Windows Server 2019 or 2022, anything is okay. So the 7-step model, basically, I have circulated in the notes also. First is the choosing of AMIs. So please remember certain important things. There are 4 type of AMIs. The public AMI, we have differentiated, especially the public AMI, the private AMI, and of course the community AMI, and the last one is your marketplace. So please remember, everything is having its own importance. So we have gone through the what we call as the public AMI. So yes, for the free tier eligibility, we have uh, Windows Server 2022 also. We understood about what is the public AMIs, about 25 or 24 or 40 plus AMIs are available in free tier in the public AMIs. Yeah, Shashank, you can keep in mute. I'm just recapping. If you have questions, you can again ask me. Right. So yes, once we selected one of the Windows AMI, we have also gone through the T2 Micro. The T2 Micro, that is the first thing which you have selected. And always remember, for our lab, especially in the free tab, do not select other than T2 Micro. Okay, and that is the only server which is given for us. But in real time, especially in production or development environment, you choose according to your needs. According to that is the only difference between free tier and real time. Real time. So then also we saw about the other things also parameters, but we left most of the things as defaults, especially the third step. And in the fourth step, we selected, we saw the storage, of course. So 30 GB is the maximum for free tier limit. That is also on SSD 100 IOPS, which is for the eligibility. So in real time, whatever is the specific area amount, you can really select accordingly. 30 GB or 50 GB or 100 GB, whatever it is. That is for the C drive. And then we have selected about the tagging. Yes, we have selected tagging, and also the security groups also. We added port 80. Why we have added port 80? That is because we are creating a web server. Otherwise, not required. Otherwise, not required. And again, I tell you, a security group is nothing but a firewall. That also I mentioned, a firewall means is a protective for your server, protective layer for the server. Yes, that is very, very important. And else, after selecting the ports, there are about 65,536 TCP or UDP ports. By default, all these ports are disabled. Please remember, all these ports are disabled. They are not open for security reasons, especially the incoming traffic to the server. So you need to specify what service is open and then open the ports, right? And also to what type of people, only for yourself or for my own IP or for anywhere. So yesterday we learned about how to open port number 80. That also we learned. Port number 80, and then also anywhere. We have selected as anywhere. That's fine. And then we have given the tags, and then final step is review, finish. The server is launched. So once the status is in running, just wait for 4 minutes to perform all the health checks. Health checks. So when the server is ready, it will perform some health checks, whether all the devices are functional and all the checks are getting done, monitoring is started, yes or no, all these things. So once this is done, the server is fully functional. If there are any errors in between, it will correct automatically. We need not do anything. The server is ready, and you can see the public IP also, because we have hosted on public internet. So yes, we will learn about the specifications about the internet networking, security, all the other things during the due course. Okay. So once the server is launched, we are ready to access the server which we have created. How do we access? We have a remote desktop protocol by default, which is enabled. So using that RDP, especially if you're using a Windows platform, we use Microsoft Terminal Server Console, access that. You see the provided login name as administrator. And also we learned about how to get the password. The password. The password can be reset after 4 minutes. You can see that the password is created automatically using the private key. We also learned about the public private key also. So the only way the authentication is done in Amazon is the public private key only. Okay, that is the only way. Afterwards, you can reset your password. But first time, and under no circumstances, Amazon keeps the public and private keys along in the system. It won't. And even if you request Amazon also, it will not. You can generate a new key and then you can associate. So even if you forget, if you have the private key, with that you can reset the server's password. We communicated all those things yesterday. And then we have tried to reset the password also. That is so you get the password. Yeah, after password setting, and then we logged into the server. We saw the configuration as per the specification. Absolutely. And then we logged into the server. We learned about two things yesterday. After logging into the server, we saw about how to see the configuration using the, my computer. That is the basic things. 1 GB RAM and all these things. Xeon processor. Yes, you saw that. And then we learned about how to reset the password. Okay. And then also we learned about how to install, how to access server manager, and from the server manager, how to, install a service, that is IIS, Internet Information Services. That is the default web server package which are available in Windows Server platform. Yeah, we learned about that. And after installing, we saw that the test phase started. Since already we have enabled port 80, it has started. Otherwise, we need to enable port 80. It will not. Otherwise, web server will not be accessible. So we learned about that. And next is that I also shown you how to create a small HTML and put it in C:\inetpub and www root directory. Okay, it's a small. I suggest everyone to learn that Hello World program, small HTML. I'm not saying that you need to by heart all the codings and everything. No, codings will not be there. But still, the basic fundamentals are necessary. Writing a small HTML script one time, like a hello world, is good enough, at least to test whether website is functional or not, my code is functioning or not. Rest of the other things, web administrators will take care. And we verified that website is fully functional. We learned about all those things. And also, last but not the least for us today, we learned about how to terminate the server. It is always a good practice that whatever you have created, the resources, terminate on and off immediately. You may think that, okay, we will do it later, but sometimes we forget and there will be a big number of charges. So please remember that, terminate, and then again we will redo number of times. Shashank, you can keep in mute. Just listen. I'll give you some time for you to ask questions.
Okay.
Yeah, please keep in mute. All right. Thank you. So yes, I suggested all these things, and yeah, we terminated the server also yesterday. And also, I suggested everyone to create a server. Also, to create a server for our today's class. In our today's class, we will be following some more exercises like how to create a volume, how to attach this volume, and how to take a backup of the volume and then restore the data. And also, we'll also learn about how to clone the server using an AMI. Yeah, these are all the functionalities which we have done yesterday. Yeah, any quick questions from any members? You may please ask now.
Sir, I was just asking regarding the termination because my instance, because I was left earlier, and my instance is still running that I have created, and
That's okay.
I was able to launch it. So can
That's
you
okay.
just give me a guide? Yeah.
Sorry, you aren't able to?
Means I need to actually terminate that server.
You have terminated or
And
not?
still it is no, it's not terminated. Still it is running because
That's
yesterday I was
okay.
left early. Mhm.
That's fine.
Yeah. So how can I
That's
do
fine.
that?
No, I didn't get your question. What is the question which you want to ask?
No, no. Yesterday you taught sorry, you taught us this regarding how to create an instance or Windows server, right?
Be brief in your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. Please ask the question which you want to ask.
So I just wanted to how to terminate that instance.
So you
Is
asked
still
for
it?
the recordings, right?
Sorry.
You asked for the recordings. I shared the recordings also. Was it not there?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, unfortunately, I got a meeting invite
Lot
to the
of
office.
knowledge you are mentioning that is not correct. You asked me. I purposefully gave you all the recordings, and you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
now in the class. Did you ask
I'm,
anyone in the class in the WhatsApp group how to terminate?
not really, so I didn't get a chance to
Right.
join.
If you are not coming to the class, my sincere suggestion to all of you is that if you are not coming to the class, please ask your colleagues or ask in the group. Right? That is a good way. Rather than asking straight in the class what all you taught yesterday. This is only a recap. So that is also a good practice. Otherwise, I cannot teach all the things whoever has not come for the entire day. Is this
I
clear?
understand, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand, sir. I'll keep in
Please
mind
go
next
through
time.
the. You asked me, I gave it to you for yourself only, especially the
Yeah, yeah.
recordings. If you are not gone through the recordings, if you are not asked any of your colleagues, is it my fault?
No, no, not sir, not sir, not really.
Please do all the necessary exercises, right? And then you ask how to terminate the instance. Yesterday I demonstrated, it is there in the recordings, and you should have seen in the recordings in the YouTube channel also. It is there,
Okay, sir.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other question from anyone? So we need to have some protocols. Then it will be good.
Sir, I
Sure.
have one question here.
Yes.
We have instance state different things, right? Stop, reboot, terminate. So if we stop the instance, so can you elaborate more on this? These two
So
things,
if you
reboot
stop,
and
you should always start the instance.
Mhm.
It's like powering off. That's all, nothing else. If you are terminated, completely scrapped, finished. You will not regain anything.
So instead of terminating, we can stop the instance,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Then we can resume it back for the
Good.
tomorrow session.
So why I suggested yesterday termination is that you can once and for all terminate and create another one like that. So stop and start also you can do.
Okay, for practice, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, for practicing, nothing else. We need to see all the things right at this time only. Otherwise, tomorrow you'll think that oh, termination I never did like that. Okay, once and for all. We'll also learn about how to stop today's class or restart also.
Thank you.
Yeah, any other? Hi.
So one question is like I was able to publish the web page, but like when I'm trying to publish it again, like it's I got an error 404.
404 means you should have is that the directory right? And second thing, port number 80 is enabled.
Yeah, directory is right. Maybe I'm missing something there.
You should
Yeah.
check that, which is that in the WC in www inetpub www root. Only in that folder only you should keep the index HTML file. And the file name also should be in index HTML only, nothing else.
Yeah, I placed it in the www root folder,
Right.
but
Is it
still
index.html or index.html.txt?
no .html.
Yeah. If that is there, then it should work.
Okay, I will try once again.
Yeah,
If I will see like
and if
anything,
you
I
have
will.
anything, just post to the WhatsApp.
Yeah,
If
sure.
if we don't delete the existing two files in the directory,
Then those test page will come.
Yeah, I deleted those ones. The ISS,
Ah,
IIS.
that's it. Yeah. So if you don't delete, you'll get the test page. If you delete, then you should get the what we call as your index HTML page.
Okay.
So if it is not readable, then this 404 will come.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, any permissions or anything we need to assign to that file or a default permissions should.
No, nothing. It's port number 80 should be enabled in the security group.
Okay.
Right. Port number, ensure that port number security is enabled.
Yeah, sure.
If it is not, then you will not get anything also.
Yeah, I did the port, but let me double check.
Not get anything. I mean, sometimes you may get 404 also, the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
And you can even share the screenshots in the group itself so that we can view and then we can suggest some important things at the time itself.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
This HTML port, is it okay if we keep it custom, or we have to give it as everywhere?
HTML port custom anywhere, right?
I mean, actually, yesterday I haven't. Sorry?
You mean to say the security group?
Yeah, security group. Security group. 1 second.
Yeah. Port number 80 should be enabled, and
Source.
you can give anywhere.
Source.
Or all.
Okay. So
anywhere.
Today,
Customer anywhere.
Okay.
But the next to that, it should be 0.0.0.0/0.
That we are not changing. I mean, that's left.
That is there, then it's fine.
Okay. For me today, I've created 2 times. Both times I was able to successfully launch the website. But in first case, I stopped the instance. Instead of terminating it, I stopped it and I tried to restart it again. Checks were passed, but still the web page, when I try to load the web server web page, it's giving me an error. I mean, altogether, I'm not able to connect through remote desktop.
No, it should not happen.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, before stopping, everything was fine. Like web page was up and everything was fine. I just tried to stop it and restart and try to connect the remote desktop, but
check the IP address. Check the IP address. Same IP will not work. Just restart. The IP will change.
Oh, okay. Stop and start. IP will change. Yeah, that.
Yesterday we discussed that it is a dynamic IP.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah. That might be the issue.
Same IP will not be. 3 things are essential: IP address, administrator, password will remain the same. Whatever you have for the same thing should be there. IP address, please verify. So it won't work.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, any other questions from any members before we start for today's class? So I mentioned everyone to get ready with your launch of your Windows server. Okay. So I just share my system. Yeah, is there anyone else? If they have questions, please do ask me. So I just started sharing my system. Hope you can see this desktop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just while talking with you, I have created, because yesterday I terminated, I know that. So I just created another server. So with my public IP of this particular value, I'll also open today's notes. So today is 29. 072022. Those instance. Okay. This one, administrator password. I need to set my password. Yeah, get ready with the logging with the passwords and all these things. So I hope everyone is ready. So let this instance go through. So one more thing which you need to know now is that just check the server. Just check the server, the availability zone. You see this one, I discussed about what is the meaning of availability zone. So we are all in the region called as North Virginia. This is called as the region, and this is the availability zone. Just note down this one. Just note down this one. In your case, you are the best judge. Don't note down my availability zone. You just check your availability zone.
Is that okay if it's even US East 1-1A?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
okay.
my is North Virginia, but do we still have to specify that?
Yeah. Yours is 1A, just write 1A. Yours is 1D, 1B, 1E, 1E, 1F, 1F. So now I have US East -1C for my case. For your case, you are the best judge. Right? I hope everyone has noted down. This is the most important thing right now. We need to know. Till now, the server creation, we didn't note it down. We only just worried about this what we call as this region. That's okay, a region. But now I just want to, because today's exercise is volume creation. Okay, volume creation and attaching to server. The first task is to note down your availability zone. I hope everyone has done that. Yeah. So yeah, in my case, my security health checks also passed. I just log into my system. I just log into my system, get Windows password, browse my key file, start restart, stop this class, July 22, head of this class. Decrypt my password. So I have this password complete. All right, this is my password. And I also log in to the system, MSTSC. So 18, not 18, it is 54.85.80. Okay, administrator, and password is so and so. So, okay, I should be able to access the site. Yeah, my server is getting ready. I hope everyone has logged in already. Okay, now creation of volumes. Go to EC2 dashboard. You are already into instances, leave it like this. This is your instance dashboard. Leave it like this. So here, whatever you have created, the 30 GB is your C drive. That is your OS volume. Now, let me learn how to create a volume. So in the navigation pane, in the left-hand side, navigation pane, you see this one, this is called as elastic block store. Just to understand this one, I'll be explaining about what is elastic block store at a later stage. Okay, because there is a good amount of information what we need to know for the exam especially. But understand your C drive is a volume. Like see in our local system. So in my local system, you see this whenever I say this PC, your C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, these are all called as volumes. Okay, even if you see the properties of each and every volume, you can understand this is an NT file system, NTFS. Almost all Windows have NTFS. Maybe Linux has some other file system like ext4 or XFS or maybe something else. Okay, so these are all called as a file system, means that the orientation, the organization of your files and folders. Leave it like that. So this popularly has FAT and NTFS. These are the two supported Microsoft file systems. Same thing, we have already created an OS. We have logged in, we have verified that is 30 GB of your C drive is there. I'll also show you in my case, the system is already ready. So here, if I go to my file manager, see this one, this is my file manager. I have my C drive, which is of 30 GB. All I need to have is one more volume, so my data volume. So that is the thing which we want to learn for today. Okay, so how to do that? Has to vanish. Just give me a second's time. I'll start vanishing. Yeah. Right. So you see this one. This is only a C drive. Now let us learn about how to create my D drive. So just click this volumes in the left hand side. Already you have noted down one important thing, which is 1C. So you see this one. There is already a 30 GB volume which is here in your dashboard. That is web server, which is meant for that. Okay. You see this one, availability zone is 1C. Now our exercise starts now. Create a volume. Create a volume. Two conditions you need to understand. So don't create volume with 100 GB. Maximum allowable for free tier is 30 GB only. Apart from your OS volume, your C drive can have 30 GB and this one also can have up to 30 GB. But anyway, for my experimentation purpose, I leave it for about 5 GB. That's enough for me. 5 GB volume I want to create. So condition number 1, don't select 100 GB which is over there. Change from 100 GB to maybe 5 GB or 10 GB or 2 GB or anything whichever you want. 5 GB is enough. Second condition, scroll down in the availability zone, select the availability zone which you have noted down. Here in my case, it is 1C. Don't just select 1C. Ensure that whatever you have written, select that. If you have any questions, ask me. Two conditions while creating the volume. So this is general purpose SSD only, solid state device only. You have various other types of devices also. SSD with GP3, SSD with IO1, IO2. I'll explain about all these things, which are higher values, high speeds, high ECUs. I mean, high what we call as your IOPS will be there in this particular. But for us, only 100 IOPS is given, and that is standard. Old HDD. I'll explain all these kind of standards which are there. Magnetic also. 5 GB IOPS is 100 only. For our free tier, leave it. 1C in my case. If both things are okay, scroll down. Tagging is optional. If you want, you can, but for storage, we don't really require. Just say create volume. The volume is created. You can see the status. It's getting created. Just refresh. It should come as available. See here, the blue color available. If anyone has not done or waiting for something, please pause me.
Tag is not a mandatory thing.
Not mandate, optional.
Okay, thanks.
For servers, normally we do, but for this one, we don't really require. Or if you want, you can write web server storage or something like that. It's only a naming convention. So now the status is in available. Everyone, right? Okay. If any time, if it is not coming, just refresh. Refresh. This is a Java console. I mentioned very clearly. So it requires a refresh. Okay. Select the volume. Select the volume. Ensure that one important thing, both of them are there in the same availability zone. If it is not, then this experiment won't work. Okay. For volume, it should be there in the same availability zone.
Hi, sir.
Okay.
Sorry for this one. Can I tell again the volume creation?
Sorry?
Volume creation.
Yeah, ask me a question.
Can I tell me again volume creation?
You are not there till now?
Yes, sir. My laptop is updated suddenly. That's right.
So you should have asked me right before itself.
No,
I can
laptop, everything is stuck.
See, next time onwards, please do not ask asterisk questions. Ask me something related to the thing which is there, right? Because already I have created. If you ask me again, how many number of volumes I can create? So here, go to your volumes. Listening?
Yes.
Go to volumes. You already noted down this particular one, right? 1C and 1C. In your case, you have to note down the volumes of this particular one, which availability zone it is, and say create volume. Two things you need to understand. So this is reduce the volume to 5 GB or 10 GB, less than that, only for our testing. And second thing is your availability zone. Select your availability zone and say create volume. That's all. And in future also, if anyone is having any logistics problem, keep it aside, listen carefully, note down all the information. Later on, you can do. Okay, but do not miss my listening lecture. Okay, if you are having questions, you can ask them. But wildcard questions, really, it won't be helpful. Okay, so now all of you, you can see this one. This is status as available. Now you need to attach this volume. We have created the volume. We need to attach this volume to the server. How do I do that? Select this volume. Select this volume. So the current status is in available. Under actions, attach volume. Under actions, attach volume. So if you have done everything correct, just select the instance. You should be seeing your instance running, web server. That is your instance ID. You can see this one. If you have done everything right, you can see the instance ID and say attach volume. Very simple, only one step here. One step here. Just say attach volume. Yeah, the status should show you in use. The status should show in use. If it is showing in use, perfect. You have done the exercise, fantastic. You have followed all the steps properly. Any questions from anyone?
Sir, can you try to add one more volume? I just want to see.
No. You ask me where you are having any fault.
I just created the volume. After that, the attaching I'm missing here.
Right.
Attaching.
Both of them are in the same availability zone.
Yes.
Okay. And you can see this particular one in use and available.
Yes.
Okay. Select the volume.
Okay.
Select the volume. Under actions, attach volume.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And instance ID, it will come automatically if everything is okay.
Instance ID.
You will see the server.
Yeah, I see the instance info and device name.
Yeah. Have you seen the instance?
Instance I could not able to see. Drill down, I can see something is there when I check.
Once again, I ask you, both the availability zones are same or not?
Yes, sir. Same.
Same. Then once you say
Actions, yeah.
instance is
Attach
not
volume.
instance is not shown.
It is showing. It is showing in the volumes.
Select that and say attach. Select that and attach. Have you done that? Attach is highlighted.
Attach volume. Yeah. Yeah. Done.
That's all. And see the status whether it is coming in use or not. Done?
Yes, sir. Done. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Now come back to your instance. This is your instance.
Can we increase the, if at all we want to increase the volume of the, size of the volume? Like, can we increase it dynamically or like anytime?
I'll tell you that. How to do that. But right now, straight away, you can't do. I'll tell you the procedure of how to increase the volume. See, now let us complete this exercise and then I'll take up that question, how to increase or decrease.
Yes.
So see this one, even if you start refreshing or anything, you don't see this D drive here. No, it won't come directly. So what to do now? Go to control panel. Go to control panel. See this one, yesterday we have gone to the control panel, right? Computer management, same thing. Just go to control panel, open computer management. So icons, large icons, administrative tools, computer management. Yeah, you can see this one. Computer management. Under this, go to disk management. You should see a second disk coming here, disk 1, 5 GB, which is saying as offline and unknown.
Sir, one second. Computer management, you said, right?
That's
Control panel.
computer management, disk management.
Compute. Okay.
This one you should be familiar because it is same for Windows 10 also.
Actually,
Yesterday also we did for local users and resetting the password.
yeah.
This one we did right yesterday.
It's administrative tools, computer management. Okay.
Absolutely.
Double click the computer management.
Okay. So everyone ready? You can see the disk 1. Disk 1. See, only once I can do. After doing all these things again, I can't do. I cannot undo again back. So please stop me if you are not able, if you are not synchronizing with me, right? So that I can wait for a minute or two. If you are totally not ready, then okay, we can proceed. So now right click on the disk 1. Right click on disk 1. First time make it online. Now it is offline actually. You see this one? Offline. Make it online. Yeah, it is online now. It is online now, but it is not initialized. One more time right click. 2 times you need to right click and initialize the disk. Initialize the disk. So it is saying that disk 1. Okay, that's you can specify the master boot record because it will allocate. It will do a format also at a later stage. So it is allocating a master boot record. Fine. Say okay. Fantastic. Now you can see this disk 1 is online now. You should see a green. Disk 1 is in green basically. Now it is ready. This one. 2 times you need to do right click. And now go to the 5 GB part. Go to the 5 GB part. Just say new simple volume. Right click again. Right click again. New simple volume. Say next. Say next. Say next. Say next. If you want to give volume label, you can. Say next. And say finish. Yeah. Your D drive should be ready now. Minimize this one. You can see this one D drive is ready. Yeah, done everyone? Anyone, any specific help? Yeah. What you can do, you can add some data. You can create a folder, add some data for your data volume because this is your D drive now. 5 GB of your data volume is now created. So just create a folder, maybe according to your need, and add some data, anything. Maybe a new text file, say very important file. So there is an important file, maybe another file or anything like that. I can have a number of files. Yeah, done everyone. I'll wait for you. Just create some files, one or two, a folder or a file or something like that.
What is the step, sir, after administrator?
Which one?
So administration you went, right? After that, which one you chosen?
No, I
Some
asked you to
password.
create some files and folders, that's all. Well, I didn't get you.
No. You were doing the password reset for the.
That is my own this thing.
Yeah.
Because I
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Just create some files and folders, maybe one or two, or create some other files, anything which is there. Anything which is there, because I created the server just now. So I'm just doing parallelly something important, something non-important, I mean to say. So everyone done?
Yeah,
Come
we
in.
just created the file.
Yeah. Create some one or two files now. So if you have done that, I want to take a backup. So first thing is that, yes, we have created volume. First task, created and attached volume. Okay. Done. Now, let me take a snapshot. Snapshot is a volume backup. Volume backup, because this is data volume, especially I mean to say data volume backup. In every office, I tell you, in every office, more or less, whenever then again, can you keep in mute? Yeah. So everyone, whenever you have question, then only unmute and speak. Otherwise, I'll think that you are asking a question, right? Yeah, I'm just explaining. Let it go through. Meanwhile, you can also parallelly, what you can do is that you can create your files and folders. If you are done, just listen. So in every office, the day-to-day work which has been done, especially for the data, the backup should be done. What happens if the backup is not done? By any chance, the disk fails, then there is a huge loss in the organization. So backup is a second. I mean, if there is something which has happened during the day or sometime the next day or something, if you have backup, you can restore from the backup. Right? Customers' data is very, very, very important. And we need to, as an administrator, we need to ensure that those things are protected. So policy will be there for every organization, whether you need to have a daily backup or a weekly backup or whatever it is. So let me say a backup here is considered as called as a snapshot. The data backup is called as a snapshot. So if I ask you to take a snapshot, means it is a meaning that to take a backup of the volume, right? The 5 GB data, whatever it is consisting, which we have to take a backup is called as a snapshot. So let us learn how to take a snapshot. Okay. Process is very simple. Go to the dashboard. Got this. So this one, go to your the same volume which is there. You have already selected, right, 5 GB, which is in use. Two ways you can do. First way is that select the volume and say create a snapshot. Create a snapshot. Otherwise, the second method is, this is the easiest one. Go to snapshot and select the volume. That is also there. But this is the easiest one. Select the volume and say create a snapshot. I hope everyone has added data. After adding data, only take the snapshot. Otherwise, it is no use. So the 5 GB, whether it is one file or 10 files or 100 files or 1000 files, whatever it is, the snapshot is there. My important data is there. Okay. So I'm taking a snapshot. There is nothing which is really required. Nothing which is really required. You have already selected the volume ID. It is there. If you want, you can write the description. It is optional. If you want, just say create snapshot. That's all. The snapshot is getting created. How do you see the status of the snapshots? Go to snapshots and see whether the snapshot ID is coming or not. You can see the snapshot ID is come and it is taking, the snapshot is being taken, pending after 1 or 2 minutes, depending on the size. If the size is too large, it will take a long time. If it is 5 GB, it will take approximately a minute's time. A minute's time. If it is 100 GB, it will take approximately maybe 10 or 15 minutes also. All right. So 5 GB, just wait. Yeah, any questions, please ask. Yeah, in my case, it is completed also, snapshot. I'll wait till all of you complete.
Like this is just the, can we take the entire backup of the other
I'll
volume as
speak
well?
about that. First, let us learn about the snapshot
Okay.
of data volume.
Yeah.
Right, that is second part which you will learn. I hope done it from everyone. Anyone having questions? The snapshot status should be available. The snapshot status should be in available status. So if you have an active snapshot, see already I have a server, I have attached D drive, we did all those things. Let us imagine, go to volumes, select this 5 GB volume. Okay, I want to detach and remove it off. Due to some reason, it has gone for failure. It has gone failure, that D drive. So I'm doing it manually. Go to actions and say detach volume because already it is attached now. So detach or force detach, anything will work. If it detach won't work, then go to force detach. Let me see first detach. Detach. So let me wait. It should come, just refresh. After a few seconds, it should come as available. Successfully detached volume. I got the message, but it should, yeah, in my case, it has come to available. So if you check now, the server, I'll show you. If you check now the server, you should see no more D drive, because you are already detached. I hope everyone understood. Now I'm also trying to destroy that. Right? I'm also trying to destroy that. How to destroy? Just delete the volume.
Can we go ahead and detach, destroy?
Yeah, just waiting. So here, only once it is available, you can delete. Otherwise, you can't delete. When the volume is attached, you can't delete. Now I'm trying to delete this volume permanently. So once the deleted volume can never be restored back. Never be restored back. See this one? There is no D volume now at all. So now only thing which I have is active snapshot. So from the snapshot, I want to restore my data back. So my next task is to restore the data from the snapshot. Okay, so how to do that? Go to snapshot. So snapshot has 3 advantages, I tell you. Snapshot has 3 advantages. I'll write down also, please note down because this type of questions come. Let me take a snapshot. This is also done. Snapshot advantages. One, backup copy. And it is cheap. Backups are not on SSD. It's normally on HDD. Cheap. Also, backup copy. You can also say this is also called as a redundancy. What happened? Oh. So again, make it left.
Press Control left.
Control left.
Select the text and do Control left.
Control selected and make. What is that? Control left.
Control left shift.
Left arrow. No. It is already centered everything.
That's not the font. It's about the alignment.
Because undo is also not working.
Control Alt R. Control Alt Shift L.
Something.
Yeah, probably you can open a new notepad. Control Alt Shift L.
Where it go?
You pressed L key, I think.
I don't know. See, it is right aligned now. I need to change to left alignment.
If you copy paste into a new notepad,
Do like that, or file, save. Okay, okay, this is better. So one is this is the one redundancy. Redundancy means it's a safety. A failure comes, then there is a safety. That is a backup copy and cheap, which is used. This is mainly for cheap. Okay, whenever you want, you can get it. If you want to change the region, if you want to change region, sorry, not region, availability zone, you can do that. If you have a server in a different availability, take a backup and restore in the other one. Change agent, okay, within region, you can do that. You can use this snapshot. The third one, again, if you want to resize your volume, you can do that. You can do this. These are the three primary advantages for all. Okay, let us do that. Let us do that. So I have an active backup. See, the snapshot is there. So I select the snapshot. In volume, I have only one. I take the snapshot. I select the snapshot. You also can do. And say, under actions, create volume from snapshot. So here it is general purpose SSD. You want to make it 10 GB? I'll resize this one, 10 GB. Earlier it was 5 GB. Okay. So what is the availability zone? 1C. In my case, it is always 1C. So here, 10 GB. I'm resizing now. Create a volume. Done. You can check the volumes, whether it is created or not. Yeah. So you can see the volume is now available. So I have created a 10 GB volume. Okay, so it is available. And once again, do the same thing. Attach this volume to your instance. And say attach volume. It's done now. Yeah, any questions, anyone? Please ask me. So if there are no questions, go back to your Windows server. This is the one you see here, your D drive is there already. Go and check whether your data is there or not. It is there. In my case, it is there. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Without, I know your question. But where is the other 5 GB?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, only
Okay,
5 GB came off here.
we might have to
First
again.
verify your data, whether it is safe or not. I'll tell you where the other 5 GB is there. So because earlier you had taken snapshot only for 5 GB, right? So that's
Yes.
why 5 GB has come. So now your question is there. I already mentioned snapshot, the advantage, you can increase the size. So where is the next 5 GB? So go to your what we call as computer management.
Okay, it's unallocated.
Okay. Yeah, go to computer management. Go to disk management. You should see your 10 GB and 5 GB is already used, blue. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. The other 5 GB is unallocated. The other 5 GB is unallocated. So now let us extend this volume dynamically. Right click the D drive and say extend volume. So I have already verified my data is safe. It is restored. Only thing what I'm doing is now extending the volume. So extend my volume, say next, say finish. So now it is 10 GB D drive. You can verify now just by refresh. Is it now 10 GB or not? It is 10 GB now.
Sorry, tell me again that the volume extent.
Sorry, once again.
The volume extent.
Volume?
When I click no, it's showing not showing a volume extent.
I didn't get you. Your voice is not clear from me. So the same procedure using the snapshot created the volume. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
You have attached to the server.
Yes.
In the computer management, it is showing 10 GB.
Yes.
Yes. Then extend the volume. Right click and extend the volume. In your D drive, right click, select and right click, extend volume, and give all defaults. Done?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So now you can see this volume as 10 GB now. So if all of you can see this 10 GB, this is done now. My server is having 10 GB volume now. So just minimize all these things. Minimize all these things. So now you have a server. Please listen now. I hope everyone got it very clearly. So we have learned about how to create a Windows Server instance. Yes, Shashank, you have a question? Ask me. You raise your hand.
Yeah, sir. Anyways, actually I just made the delete part. From there we got this volume delete option. Inside that action part, we can get this delete volume part.
I didn't get it.
No. You after detaching and the volume, you were deleted the volume as well, right? Existing
Yes,
volume
that
to
part is
restore.
okay.
Yeah. That part at that moment actually I was raised the hand. Anyways,
Oh,
no problem. I'll
that
check again.
not which happened. Okay.
Okay. No problem. I'll check again from my side.
Okay. Now you done all the snapshots and restoring and creating
Yes.
all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then that's fine. So now we learned about creation of instance, resetting the password. We reset. Creation of website. We did that. Right. Added a volume. We did that. We learned about how to take a snapshot. We did that. We learned about from the snapshot we deleted a volume also, we learned that, and then we restored from the snapshot, which is attached to 10 GB. Yes, all things are done. Now the server is actively running. So what all that the server have? Server has an application, server has a storage, server has data, everything. Everything, all the things are sample. Let me show you whether my website is functioning or not. Let me check. That is the application. So this is my server. Wait 1 second. This is my server, not this one. Public IP, let me check. Yeah, this is my web server is running. Web server is running. Maybe yesterday I was also showing you how you can take a backup of or how you can create a web server. So this script also I shared you. We just finish off that part also. Very simple. So just go to there is that and a pub. So my application is also running. I'll say new file. Maybe what I'll say text document. Maybe I'll say or I'll not go in this way as I mentioned. I'll say notepad. File, save as. C drive, the Anand pub, www root, text file, all files. I'll say index.html. Right, done. I'll remove the other files. 1, 2, and 3. Only this file should be there. This is done. And I can verify also my website is functioning or not. Okay, so my server is ready. I have my application, I have my users, I have my what we call as the data volume, important data volume. So what I will do, it is very important server for me. I will learn about how to take the complete server backup. Again, I repeat, the complete server backup, and this is called as AMI. So like we have hosted the server. So now with a customized server, I have customized for my requirement with the application and everything. The application can be anything which is there, whatever it is with your application and with your data, everything. So that is called as private AMI. Private AMI. We will learn now how to create AMI, private AMI. Yesterday I spoke about what is AMI. It is an image, machine image, Amazon machine image. So how to do that? So once you have tested everything, go to your console, select your server, right? You have already selected. The entire server will be taken an image. It's a kind of full backup. It's not only for data backup, it is complete system backup. So how to do that? So just select this one and say image templates. Just select actions, image templates, create image. Please note down. Select the server, actions, image and templates, create image. So give the name of the image. Maybe I can say Windows backup, anything. Image description is optional. Scroll down, all the things. That is enough. You can say tag image and snapshots together. That is fine. Tag image and snapshot separately means that two things will be created. So together and say right. and say, if you are happy, just say create emails. Again, I repeat from the EC2 instances. So please select the instance carefully. This is also a very, very important exercise for us. Select the instance under actions, image and templates, create image. So this is a complete image of the server. Windows server. Okay, scroll down. No need to see if you enable this particular one. What happens is that it will not reboot. So I want to make a reboot also. No problem. Let it be. And just that is an active reboot. Otherwise, it will be a passive reboot. So create an image. So the request is taken. It will take approximately 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, it shows only one volume for me. Should I make a add volume and?
No, it will be shown because the snapshots also will be taken back up.
Okay.
If you have not changed the options.
I mean, for you, when you went second time, right? It was showing 2 volumes. For me, like it still shows 1 volume.
Try once again. Actually, it did show me 1 volume in first time. If,
So here you see this
action,
one. Maybe under actions, image and templates. Just say create an image. Yeah. Okay. Then I think you need to do that. You need to do that. This one. If you say this particular one, automatically it will come.
Okay.
Until unless if you change this particular one. Right. Ensure that the 10 GB is also there. So I already triggered what is that an image. So how do you check whether your image status is okay? You go to your AMIs. These are my AMIs, private AMI. So you see this one, the status, it is pending. The entire server image is now taken, and also your server will go for a reboot. Please ensure that server will go for a reboot because we have not selected no reboot. So it will take, this is a private, visibility is private. This is not public AMI, private AMI. See this one, the status is pending.
There is an option called delete on termination, which is checked enabled.
It's okay. Delete on termination means that once you terminate the server, if you untick that, then the AMI will be still there. If the setting is there, then the image also will go away.
So we can still keep the images even if you terminate the instance.
And normally we keep the images.
Okay.
Normally we keep the images.
So is it like we can still restore back from that image?
Right.
Okay.
Normally we use like that. Suppose if I don't want the server, because server is costly, right? Image is cheap. Okay. Image uses only hard disk. That's also a magnetic, not an SSD. So you pay in cents and this you pay in dollars. So normally if your usage is only 1 week or 10 days in a month, you just use the server and rest of the time you can keep an AMI. Okay. So it is cheap, right?
So keeping an image doesn't attract any charges or something.
For us, it is not. I mean, 30 GB image is okay. Yes, given for us. But in real time, yes, charges will be there for everything. If you are having a 100 GB volume, 100 GB image will be there. But those things will be cheaper than your server.
Got it. Yeah.
Right. So naturally, the role of a solutions architect is to understand the costs also. And we need to propose customer a way where he can save much. Why he is going to cloud rather than the traditional data centers? It's only cost saving, right? That is one. And second thing is to make the task easier. So naturally, he expects the administrators to have an understanding and to give a uniform suggestions wherever costs are less. So just try to refresh. You see that still it is pending. It will take approximately, because 30 GB plus 10, 40 GB it needs to take. It will take some 6 to 7 minutes also, for 5 minutes at least. Because the low IOPS for us, it's not more IOPS has been given. And it is storing in the EBS only, but it is in a tape it will store. Tape or magnetic, not an SSD. It won't store on SSD. Yeah, it is storing in SDA1 means it is on magnetic disk. Has to be my is pending. If anyone's status is available, let me know. So this is your AMI ID.
The EBS you're referring to is about the type of volume, right?
Yeah. SSDs are costlier than your hard disk, your SATA hard disk or your magnetic hard disk. And tapes are much cheaper than hard disk.
Do we have this sort of option in selecting the type of disk in these volumes?
Yes, we are now using only standard. I'll teach that how to select.
Okay.
Normally, AMIs will be stored only in hard disk. It won't be stored in SSDs.
So in real time, we have different options of disk to choose.
Not for this. For normally running your see, if you are running a documentation server, why should you have SSDs? It's not required, right? It's only anyone can download and use that. So normally you store in a magnetic disk. If you are having a high performance database or something like that, use SSDs.
Yeah, based on you.
Based on the customer's requirement, we generally select the storage type. I'll speak about that because there is a separate presentation for that.
Okay.
AMI. So Amazon machine emails. So here it is a complete system backup or emails. Let me check whether my AMI is ready. Still it is pending. Yeah, it is available in my case. The green. So done, everyone? Or ready? Or should I wait?
Yes, still it's pending.
Pending.
What are the zoom and the buttons beside that available? Yeah, sure.
Just a second. Hello. Hello. మేము 8:30 పొందిస్తాము క్లాస్లో చేస్తాను సార్ yeah, please ask question.
The buttons beside the available, there are two buttons, like what are those? Like, can we?
Where? Creation.
Yeah, beside available. Is it?
The private.
No, just available. There is zoom and those two buttons. Zoom and zoom out. Like, what are those? Like, can we?
This one?
Yeah.
Nothing more, I think. More. Nothing more. Nothing that. It's only showing in larger one.
Okay. We can process at the back end.
See, in some consoles, it may not show. It may be very small or something. So for them, for our standpoint. Yeah, everyone done?
Can we see the progress? We will be able to see the progress. How much?
I think there is a meter for progression somewhere there at the bottom. Not for this, I think. No.
Okay.
If anything is there, it should be at the bottom only, not for this. I think for certain things like backups or something, progressions will be shown. Even for this one also, I saw sometime. Not for this, I think. No, it's not there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So once this is done, we have one important and last task for today. That is to clone the server. So I have an image. Yesterday, what did we do? We used an image from public image, and then we started configuring everything. Now we have the image, configured image completely. So I'm going to use this image, and create another server. Right?
So is there any limitation, like how many instances can we have with the free thing?
Only thing is that 750 hours.
Okay.
50 total hours in a month.
Okay.
Right. For Windows. And another 750 hours for Linux.
Okay.
Okay. So available everyone? Yeah, everyone. Done. Everyone, please let me know so that we can finish off the other part, last part. Or anyone waiting, still pending?
Mine is still pending.
So just do this refresh. Otherwise, you will see even after 1 hour also it will be in pending. Always do that refresh. So once it is available, select this one. So we are going to now clone the server, the last part. So here I tell you, this is done, backup is done. So the last one, how to create another server using private AMI.
It's available.
This is the task which we are going to do now. How to create another server using this private AMI. And this is done. I can tell you, this is also called as private AMI. At the AMI which you have created exclusively, you can only see, no one else can see. Exclusively you can see, no one else can see. Please let me know once, everyone. Shall I continue or should I wait still some more time? Okay, so now just select the server. Select the server, assuming that please do this exercise only once it is available. Don't do this exercise without availability. Right. So launch instance from AMI, which is already there in the orange color. Your AMI, click this AMIs in images. You should see this dashboard. Launch instance from AMI. Click that. So you should see the 7-step model. The first one is already chosen. The first one is already chosen. That is your private AMI. Okay. The second step is your T2 micro. Configure your instance details. Leave all these things as it is. Suppose if you want to build 10 servers, you can write 10. Suppose if you want to build 15 or 100 servers, you can build 15, 100 also like that. It will create automatically, but don't create for us. One is enough for us. So add storage. So just say select this 30 GB and 10 GB. See, it has already read from the AMI. Both things are there. It will create automatically. 10 GB and 30 GB. Also, both of them are there. C drive and D drive. It is exactly the clone. Add tags. You can say add, say name, and maybe I can say Windows or web server 2. The second server I'm creating. Configure your security group. You add your rule, HTTP, and say custom anywhere. That's okay. That's okay. See this one. You should by this time, you should be familiar with configuring security groups. This is very much essential for the administrator to monitor the security groups. Review and launch. So mine is Windows Server, yes. Security groups, yes, done. Instance details, storage also, yes. And tags also I have done. Everything is done. So say launch. Select my keys. AWS class. Till the end of our, we will use this keys only. Launch instance. Fine. Everything is green. Scroll down. Everything is green. Like the same process of how you launch the instance. New instances.
Before launch, we in the review tab, we do have 2 warnings. That should be okay, right? Your instance is not configurable for, okay. And another question, for example, we have two volumes, like extended volumes. Instead of 10 GB, we had two 5 GB volumes. At this instance of time, when we are restoring or recreating an instance from the AMI, can we combine these two volumes if required?
Whatever is the AMI contains, the same thing will come.
Okay.
If you want, once the instance is launched, you can modify.
Okay.
Okay. That concatenation feature is there or not, I don't know in Windows. If it is there, then you can only concatenate of two different volumes to single volume. I only know about extension and shrinking.
Hello.
Yeah.
Actually, when I'm trying to launch it's showing a warning sign like your instance configuration is not eligible for the free usage tier.
Did you select T2 micro or are you selecting something else?
It's T2 micro.
Then go ahead, no problem.
Okay.
If you have selected T2 micro, then it's okay because we are having a volume of 30 plus 10 GB, right? So that's why it is showing, but it's okay now. Anyway, we are going to terminate very soon now itself.
Okay.
So now my second server is also getting ready. It is exactly the cloned server. Let me check. See, my first server IP address, I know that. So this is the web server, which is there 54.80. Let me check the second one. This is my IP address. So let me wait for 3 to 4 minutes to get the server status also okay. But let me parallelly copy the IP address and verify whether my website is functional. Yeah, it is working. It is working on both the servers. You see this one with the different IPs. This is 5485. This is 54167. Both of them are working. Means that it is cloned now. Completely cloned. Your application is running. If you want, you can log in and verify also whether your data is there or not. Everything you can try. So how to do that? You can connect. Username is administrator. The password which I had set already, reset. If you had reset, then it should work. Yeah, it is working. The same one. I did not reset the password. This is the second server. I'm doing all the things. I'm verifying. Just let me check the data, whether it is there or not. Everything. C drive, D drive, my important file which is there. Yeah, D drive is there. Anand is there, the folder, and also the file. And also my data.
The second instance we built, right? That's the checks has to be possible. The second instance which we built, the status check should show 2x2 checks passed, right? But still it is initial.
Yeah. So it will
That's
be
right.
done background. Just to,
Okay.
I didn't do the refresh part, nothing else.
Okay. No, mine I checked the page, everything it is reflecting, but still it is initializing. Once I am expecting that the checks should pass.
This is also parallelly you can do. If it's not, then you have to wait.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. So this is the last part for today. I mean, to clone the server and verify whether this cloning of the server is really functional or not, to verify all the things. Of course, we have one more important thing before we log off. So first you complete all these things and let me know. That is housekeeping.
If we are restoring this, creating an instance from AMI, even the security group has to be the same security group of the earlier instance, right?
Security group, yes, obviously you need to configure manually with port number 80 open, because it's, this is a web server, right?
Yeah. I mean, the reason I'm asking is because of earlier creations, I have multiple security groups. While restoring this instance,
only one security group will be there, but multiple ports will be there.
okay, probably every security group has the same.
Yeah, you can. You can attach the same security group also if you want, rather than creating a new one. The same one you can create, you can attach.
Okay.
Is that your question?
Yeah. Probably it has the same properties, hence the thing worked, I think.
Yeah, for the web page, I get the 403 forbidden access denied error. Maybe I have to.
Yeah, you need to open your security group. For the first one, if it is coming, the second one will come. If the first one is not coming, then it won't. Yeah. So here it's coming means here also it will come, but ensure that the security group has the port open. Port number 80. Like you can see in the security, if you have not opened, just go to security, click your security, and see whether you have that port number 80 opened or not. You see this one, HTTP? Yeah. Otherwise, edit inbound rules and open.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me.
Yeah.
I have two instances in the same region. Can we clone the same two in the same region, sir?
Sorry, once again.
I have two instances in the same region.
Okay.
The clone will be possible for those two?
Can you?
Can we clone for those two instances in the AMIs, the images?
Yeah. See, AMI doesn't have any availability zones. You can clone and again you can restore in any availability zone. If you have two instances, you can do two AMIs. Right? For every production server which you have, you can create your own image. But here only for testing, we are learning everything. Don't create too many images.
Okay, yeah.
Because, because there are some restrictions for us. Right? Only so we learn, we verify, that's all. That's enough. Scrap it off. Again, learn if you want to do practice. So this account is given for you to have good practice.
No, in the real-time scenario, I just got a doubt whether we can.
No, you can take as many number of AMIs as you want. The total storage only will be charged. Okay. So I'm happy that one of the batch which I am speaking, there are a number of people who are clearing up the certifications. So today about 4 or 5 members has cleared the certifications.
Same paper will be there for us also, like, sir?
Sorry? This was a batch I was doing for Tech Mahindra Foundation. This is a batch which I was doing for Tech Mahindra Foundation for about 30 members. So we recently completed, like before Friday. So then they have started preparing and then they have started writing the exams. So today I think there are about 4 members who has completed.
Okay, associate solution architect.
Yeah, same one.
Okay. Good.
So many, even girls also, you see this one, I have given the exam. And she is that much confident, you see here, as we all know, pass. That is the level of confidence before writing the exam. And now just now another member has mentioned here, exam cleared. I feel happy when I get messages like this. And I should also see you also responding like that. These are the people who are on board into Tech Mahindra. So they were given an opportunity to get trained. Fortunately, I was the trainer. This is the third batch I'm doing for them. So about 35 to 40 members are there in this group. 40 members. Of course, there are about 5 to 7 members who would never come. But about 35 approximately who are there, 30 to 35 members. Most possibly, I think about 25 members can write the exam. So today about 4 members is written.
So you're the freelancer for the corporate trainings also.
Yeah, I do that. I do that. Right. So this is VAS, this is 3. 2 also was there. That is also done, I think 1 month back. About 20 members has cleared the exam, but still more are there. VAS 2. This is VAS 2. We have done that. Here also members are clearing exams. So my intention is only just to see that students are much benefited. Naturally, initially there will be a lot of hits and hits to get understand everything. But later on, our focus should never go away. You should clear the exam means you should clear. That's all. And again, it is see once they are successful, then they'll remember. I was trained under so and so trainer. Oh, that's good. That is the only credit which I expect. Right. So yeah. The last part for today is housekeeping. I'm just closing all the things because I don't require any of these sessions. Housekeeping. Remember, this is very important, and later don't blame me that I got a so and so bill. 1. Deregister AMI. Terminate servers or instances. 3. Delete all snapshots. 4. Delete all left volumes. 5. Even though this is optional, but we need to do. Remove unwanted security groups. This is optional. Housekeeping. I say this is mandatory. So I just post all the things. WhatsApp group also. This is whatever notes I'm giving, this is only reference. Nothing much. Whatever I'm typing, I'm just sharing it. But meanwhile, you can also note down all the things and keep a whatever is the relevant memory dumps. Already I have given for all the members access to what we call as the shared drive. Okay, if anyone is not able to accessible, please let me know. Please let me know. Even now also you can verify and let me know. There should be an email also which will be generated to all of you. So yes, let us focus how to terminate the things, the housekeeping part. So the first one, deregister the AMI. Let us do that. So once you are successful, what we need to do? So I'm closing all the things, websites, dashboard. Go to AMIs. Select the AMI. Under actions, deregister. Under actions, deregister AMI. Done. The first part is done. Second one, terminate the servers. If you want, you can redo the complete exercise, no problem. Go to instances, select all the 2 instances. I want to terminate the instance. Don't say stop. Stop will incur again the charges. Terminate means you're just thrashing away everything. If your business demands to start, you should have the server, then you can stop the server. For us now, I'm terminating. I'm terminating both the servers. So successfully terminated. Messages are coming, it's shutting down, shutting down. So I say the second part is also done. The third part, snapshots, delete all the snapshots. So it will take some time. Just wait. Go to snapshots. Whatever are the snapshots which you have, select all the snapshots. 30 GB AMI also will take deregister AMI, that is a snapshot. 5 and 10 GB, all the snapshots should be deleted. Just say delete. If you leave anything here and later on, if you multiply all the total things are only 30 GB, that's all. So just say delete in free time. Some of them, they think that they can learn on their own, and later on they see big dollar charges. Big dollar charges. I tell you, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 they are getting because of unknowingly doing certain mistakes. So please take that for sure, for sure. So the third thing, the snapshots, no more is available. You also see that your instances are running or not. Terminated. You should see the message terminated. The first, second, third part is done. Done. Now the last part. Delete all the volumes. Go to volumes. Is that EBS? Go to volumes. So you see there are 10 GB volumes too. Select the volumes. These volumes are now in available states. Available because it has been detached. The servers are not, no more. These are D drive volumes for the 2 systems. Under actions, delete the volume. Yeah, done, deleted. The fourth part is also done. The last optional part which is there is security groups. The last optional part, security groups. Other than default, you can delete the other. This is optional, not mandatory. There is no billing for this one. Just say, scroll down, delete security. Just say delete. Whenever any confirmation is there, just read the italics one and say just provide that delete. Yeah, deleted. Yeah. It's done. All done. All done.
Okay, show me how to delete the security group once again.
Select the security. Go to security groups.
Yeah, the actions.
The execute dashboard.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Right. Don't delete the default one. Leave the default as it is.
Yeah, sure.
Even if we mistakenly delete the default, we can still create the security group, right?
Please don't do that mistake. At this stage, you may not be able to, but later you can do it.
Okay.
Right? Because the learning should always be in a very, very smoother way. That's my thinking. So step by step, so you learn everything. But now, if we start doing the other thing, higher things now, confusion will be there. Because if I tell you what is that, because we have not touched what is VPC and all these things, so confusion will be there.
Yeah, agree.
So
can you
now,
go to the dashboard once?
Yeah, this is your dashboard. Now your dashboard should see like this. The instances are in terminated stage, it's not running. Okay, just verify once again. Are there any?
On the right, we are showing supported platforms default VPC.
So here, yeah, AMI, nothing should be there. Snapshots, nothing should be there. Volumes, nothing should be there. Servers, nothing should be there. If you are, see, both of them are terminated. Fine. If you have done that, no billing. If you have left something accidentally, if you wait for more days, then there can be chances of getting billings.
So can you just show again dashboard, EC2 dashboard? I just want to verify.
All zeros only, and key pairs will be one.
Key pairs will be one, and the security group will be one.
One.
And the instance is
yeah.
And you said that the stop of the instance is also will be chargeable if we keep more
Absolutely.
than 730.
The charges may be less, but it is chargeable because the server is ready, it's there, and your EBS volumes are, everything is running. It's not running, but it's meant for you.
Yeah, that means we are occupying some spaces from the
absolutely.
mechanism.
Absolutely. Stop is only it's like you can again start at any time, but only thing, the things like a last IP address, nothing will be there. Those things will not be charged because you are not using. Rest of the other things like your volume and of course all the things will be charged.
The physical hardware which we are using.
Right. So again, I tell you, I have given access to the sessions folder for all of you. You can check if you are able to access everything. If you are not able to, then you just message me. So, and also I tell you, this YouTube video is also there. Yesterday I have posted the same thing. Now the YouTube video 1, which is there, is totally complete. And tomorrow I will go through the same exercise, but in Linux server. Okay, I'll show you how to launch a Linux server, and also I'll show you how you can attach volume, detach volume, cloning, everything. So yeah, one more thing which I want to tell you before I log off, please practice. Practice the entire thing. Whatever is there, I agree, you are comfortable now. But thing is that to be more, comfortable, I suggest you to practice. I suggest you to practice. Yeah, any questions before we sign?
Yeah, so one thing, you said that tomorrow you will be learning about means teaching us to Linux. Do we need to do any prerequisite for that, like putty or something into our machine?
I'll teach all.
Okay. Means we should not.
Just practice all the today's lessons, today and yesterday.
Sure.
That will gain more confidence for you. Yeah, Revan?
Yes. Yesterday, when we were creating the instance Windows Server, in step 3, configure and instance details, we haven't done any change in auto assign public IP. But the document from the sessions folder, it shows to set as enable. So both are same, or like
enabled by default. Public IP is enabled. Automatic it is enabled.
Okay, so this might be the previous version, is it?
Maybe no. Automatic means it is enabled by default. If you want to disable, then you have to manually select that disabled auto IP.
Okay.
But you can leave the third page as it is. It will take care. The default. Slowly, we will learn about all the things in third page also.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Any other questions from any members before we sign off? Okay, thank you everyone. And let us meet again same time tomorrow evening, 6:30. Dot. I suggest everyone to join by 6:30. Maybe 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes is okay. So that you can also understand the recap. And then if you have any questions, you can ask. Then we will follow up with the tomorrow's topic also. Thank you everyone and bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Bye.